Okay, alrighty. I think I'm ready for this one now. I think I'm ready. No, I'm not crying. It's got a bug in my eye because there are bugs in here. What's up guys, James here from Reflect the Screen, and today I review The Sun Is Also a Star, the movie adaptation based off the novel by Nicola Yoon. This film, directed by Russo-Young, stars two teen heartthrobs, Yara, Shahidi, and Charles Melton. Now before I go ahead and dive right into this review, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, like this video, and please comment below and let me know what you think or what you're hoping to see out of the film. Follow us on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, because we've got more content coming out this summer. It's gonna be a busy one. Alright guys, so let's dive right into the movie. Now without giving away too much, Natasha is a family of immigrants from Jamaica. Now, the thing is, they're being deported tomorrow. So she has one more day to try to save her family. So on the way to a lawyer's office, she's saved by this random boy named Daniel because a car nearly hits her and kills her. They spend a little bit of time together, and eventually he tries to convince her, hey, I'm gonna have you fall in love with me in one day. One day, not 2 days, whatever. So there's the basic premise of the movie. There are things to like about this movie, and there are things that really don't fit. But I'd like to start with the positives. Yara, Shahidi, and Charles Melton eventually have a really good chemistry together. Both of them play off each other very well, and I think that what they do is, as the movie progresses, you start to see their connection kind of form. And yeah, you have to really scale back your belief. But what the movie does is it does paint a nice picture, and you have to really just dive into what the film's trying to give you, which is a ton of cheesy stuff. Now, the second half of the film does provide more cheese than the first half, but I think that the movie does a decent enough job at coming across just as sappy as I was hoping it was going to turn out to be. Now, both of our leads do a good job at really taking what the characters are supposed to do and portraying it on screen. Yara Shahidi is more so the data-driven type character in this film, and Charles Melton is the hopeless romantic that's supposed to be a doctor because his South Korean parents really destined for him to be one. I think that director Russo-Young does a decent enough job at really just understanding his audience as well. The demographic for this film is not going to want a layered romantic story, but they're going to want something cheesy enough, not really that believable, but they just want to root for the characters, and I did eventually root for them, which is really neat. Now, what I'm not a fan of are two technical things, and they really do take away from the film. So cinematographer Autumn Durald is not awful, because there are some really beautiful shots, especially in New York City where the film takes place, but I think there's so many scenes that could have been so much more dramatic if there wasn't this weird blurring effect around the corners of the screen. I felt like I didn't really see the scene for what it could have been. Now, this may be because I'm just a nerd for music, but I didn't think the soundtrack played well to what we saw on screen. The tone of the film, sappy, hopeless romantic, it's a love story, right? But then at moments when we're really drawn in, we're really pulled in, we're pulled right back out because of this weird like hip-hop infused track, and boom, you're snapped right out of the scene. The verdict is The Sun Is Also a Star is a film you can't blame for being too cheesy. I heard some people say in the screening that this film was awful, it was so cheesy, none of this would ever happen. Yeah, but in 100 Days of Summer, for example, none of that would happen either. The movie itself is not going to be one that takes your breath away, and it might be forgettable by the end of the year, but I did come away thinking that this is a cute film, and it's a decent love story. I don't know, I'm a sucker for these kind of things. Where did I put my handkerchief? Thanks so much for watching again, you guys, and I'll catch you at the next screening.